What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. I'm doing a quick little vlog to show you guys my childhood memory here in Rhode Island, where I grew up. Me and my friends, when I was little, I think I was between 6 to 14 years old. I'd come here all the time. This was called Rocky Point State Park.
Come with your family. Come with your friends. That's the Rocky Point tradition, 'cause it's summertime again. Rocky Point is so exciting. Rocky Point, where you can come alive. Rocky Point, you're all invited to share our summertime. Rocky Point.
Right down near the ocean, but it was an amusement park here in Rhode Island, and it was the best times growing up. And it's no longer, as you can see. They tore the entire place down, I believe like back in 1995. But this whole area that you see here, all this grass, a few trees, and the only thing left basically is the metal poles that have the cable wire for the Skyliner, it was called. It was just like a chairlift thing that you just kind of glide over the park. But this was all amusement park rides. There was vendors, everything. It wasn't your typical fair. It was beyond that. It was almost like a mini Six Flags, but better in a way. And again, this is my first time here since like way over 30 years ago or more. I mean, I think I came here when it closed and a lot of the things are kind of broken up and spray painted on, but I remember coming here with my best friends, right about where that tree is right there, that little tree. There was a ride called the Free Fall. It was a elevator ride. It would take you up almost like, it felt like a quarter mile up, but over exaggerated. But you'd take the elevator up, it would stop at the top and it would come out and you would look straight down and you could see the entire ocean, all of Rhode Island, and it would just drop and then it would end in your gut. You know, it was one of the scariest feelings. Over there was the Corkscrew, the first ever roller coaster that went upside down and with one big loop and then two small corkscrew loops. That ride is still available. If you search the Corkscrew roller coaster, you can see it online. Somebody bought it, and it's, I think, in Virginia or something like that. And then over there was there was this rides all over. It was awesome. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys something really cool. Right here where I'm standing, right here, I'm probably like in the middle of it right now, but there was the House of Horrors. Now this ride, I'll try to see if I can show you a picture. We would line up, you can see some people here, and you'd go in and you'd get on these miniature like little roller coaster carts, and you'd get in it and it would slam through a door and you'd ride real slow on a track through the whole haunted house, and then it would bring you upstairs and you'd go and see different unique little things like coffins with creatures popping out, and then you'd come outside this door here on the track. You'd slam through two double doors and you'd ride real slow and you'd see everybody and you'd slam back in, and once you came out and you saw the bright light, it kind of blinded you, so when you went back in it was super dark, and then it went down a giant roller coaster and it dipped. And yeah, this is all torn down now, and I don't know if you can see me. Pause it here. I'll show you guys a little. I'm not going to read it to you, but you guys, if you want to read this, you can pause it. And then over here, oh yeah, fun fact, in October 1998, 3 years after Rocky Point closed, the House of Horrors was revived as Rocky Point was turned into a Halloween haunt called Halloween Land, making it the last ride ever to operate at this park. See, that is awesome. I never knew that. I didn't know that, but here's another fun fact that I didn't know. Now that they put these plaques up of history of this park, you guys, apparently this wasn't here. It must have been right out here, right where you see this. This used to be a ballpark back in 1914, and Babe Ruth Here's a fun fact. Babe Ruth was not credited with a home run, just a triple, based on a ground rule here. That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. But here's you guys can pause this again if you want to read this. Right there. And this used to be like all parking down here, I believe. That tower there was a ride when it was, that tower was there but never had a ride. But back before I was a kid, back before I was born, that was a ride. But when I came here, that was always there. And I believe up there was like the gates to get in somewhere through the trees, but there was never obviously trees there. This is all cement parking all the way down to the water. And as you guys can see, this is like the saltwater bay area. So sometimes you go to the Rocky Point and you go up in the tall roller coasters up there, and the wind would whip right off the ocean, and you get quite the wind blowing on some of those rides. I went up pretty high. It was pretty creepy. But that is pretty cool. There must be a baseball park here that I never knew about. This right over here talks about a little bit about the diner hall. When you pull in the parking lot, I believe it was right over there or right where we stand. But here's like this road would be the road to get into the parking lot down there, and that way would be the park. And this is the saltwater bay area. That's a new pier that they put in for fishing. But this is the diner hall. They had some of the best clam cakes and clam chowder. And I remember even taking a break. You get day passes. You used to pay like $10 and you get like a stamp for the day. You didn't have to pay for each ride and all that stuff. You get the stamp for the day and you could walk in and out. At lunchtime we'd go, come out and come to the diner here, eat, and then go back. But here's another write-up if you guys want to pause that. I just like to show a little history of Rhode Island, like what I grew up doing. So it held like 4,000 seats in this diner. But yeah, pretty cool. This, I'm not sure really what this was. But it's pretty tough. I don't remember this being in the park. This could have just been some kind of like maintenance room, or who knows? I don't know what this was. The ground looks very weird here though. Some old rusted pipes going into the wall. It's kind of weird. Huh. I don't know why the floor would be poured like this, which is kind of odd. So over here we have a new pier they had built in place of the old one that was built back in 1938. And that thing up on the hill, way up there that we saw, that circle, like cement spray painted thing, I just discovered, this stuff was never here obviously when I was a kid. This cylinder building here up on the hill, it seems to fit the dimensions of that foundation that we just saw. So that must have been this building here. But interesting. This used to just be like a monument type statue. It was never a ride, it was just always here. And I'll show you guys what it was over here on the plans that they put up. But as a kid, I was always like, oh my God, pulling into the park, because you pull in down that road here and you circle right where I'm standing. And I was always like, wow, is this a ride? But I'm glad they kept some of this stuff up.
Didn't you see me?
Pretty cool. Wow. So this here. The Ark. You guys can pause if you want to read. Walking through the arch. But that out there is Jamestown, and further over to the left is Newport. Those are two islands, and to get there, obviously there's the Jamestown Bridge. Go to Jamestown, and there's the Newport Bridge further left. This over here, you guys, used to be an Olympic size, or beyond that, saltwater swimming pool here. There's the drive that leads in that we just came from down there. And right here on that huge big block pillar, on that pillar over there, stood the gigantic Rocky Point sign to drive under right there. Whew. But yeah, it's really happy memories, but sad to see it gone. Hopefully someday they can rebuild all this stuff. There was talk about it, but honestly, as much as I loved it as a kid, I don't know how well it would work nowadays. Would it turn into like a teen hangout and not make a lot of money? Would it not be that fun? Who knows? Kids are so into technology nowadays that the thing is, back then there was not much to do for us kids. There was no devices and stuff. You'd ride your bike or go to Rocky Point. The last thing I'm about to show you guys is called the Skyliner. It was just a little chairlift ride. You'd get on it and you'd just take a little slow cruise down there, and then once you hit the woods, it went uphill through the woods pretty deep, and then it would do a circle on the same line and come back. And further over there was this water slide ride. You sat in a log and it was in a track of water, and it fit 4 people, and you'd go up. It'd bring you through the woods on a track, and you'd go all the way down towards the main road deep in the woods, and you'd see the traffic coming in through the main entrance, and you could literally splash the cars from the water from the side of the log that you're traveling in, and go up this little hill, and towards the top of the woods way out there was a giant, almost vertical hill. You'd come down into a pool of water, and it would splash. It was called the flume. You'd splash so big you'd get soaked, and you'd soak people that were standing next to the gate waiting to get in line. It was hilarious. It was fun. A lot of fun. But we're going to show you this last piece of memory here that they left up, which is really cool. You can see it's all rusted. But honestly, you guys, this is pretty damn cool. Again, the House of Horrors is over there. There was just so many rides. There was like upside down rock and roll. There was the yo-yo swing chair. There was the Apollo something way out there. The Wildcat old school wooden roller coaster was there. The Corkscrew was over there. The free fall was literally like right over here. The carousel, bumper cars. There was a stage with music. There was vendors. There was food. Out there was the hall, the dining hall up where we just were. It was just way too much. I mean, back in the 30s, there was a swimming pool over there that they closed down. That's new. That pavilion, that was never there. But over here we go. The Skyliner. This is it almost kind of looked like me in a way. But yeah, you could see in the background, you could see like there was like this huge Ferris wheel that I was always too scared to go on. Those are the ones that rotate. And this is a Wildcat. This photo actually is shot from the woods. Somebody must have taken that photo when they're up in the woods. Either that, or somebody actually, they must have been on the cart in front of these kids, turned around and took a picture in Rocky Point, obtained that picture because the Wildcat was literally right there. And yet you could see, here's the Wildcat. This is one of my funnest roller coaster rides in the park. But here's the what it says about it. You guys can pause that if you want. A fun fact. Urban legend says that kids would jump off at the top and explore the nearby cave, an attraction from the early days of the park. So I heard about that. There is a cave up there. I never saw it being on the ride, but kids would literally jump off because there was a spot when you enter the woods. It was like 3 feet drop for a little bit and you could jump off. But I'm going to show you guys where I used to get on the ride over here. You'd walk right up this rail. It's weird, it's all overgrown and stuff. Here's part of the foundation. This is where you're waiting in line. You can stand right here. And the carts would come on the other side of the pole and wrap around right here real slow and slow down. You'd sit 2 per person, 2 per cart, and you'd ride out that way. But yeah, I would literally stand right here next to somebody or by myself and get on the ride. And you guys can see the giant wheel that whips the cable wire around. But look at this, it's all rusted and pretty cool. Let me see if I can get a shot from here. I feel so lonely with this thing just being here by itself. It's yelling out, "Where are you? Where are you?" And then you would exit over here. It was one of those rides, once you get on, you're like, what am I doing? I want to go on a faster ride, but it was relaxing. It was all right. Skyliner came up through here. So there is a path here. I want to see if the caves they're talking about are still up here. I've never seen them. So we're gonna check this out, you guys. Yeah, so I went up there on top of the rocks. There's part of the cemented up there. So you can see how high up in the trees it went. Oh, here's a little cave, a little, kind of like a cavern. Oh wow, it's pretty crazy back here. Look at this. If somebody fell off that, they could definitely dig her pretty hard. Oh, there's like a little cave right in there. People were in there. Now we know why they call this Rocky Point. Check that out. If this thing ever fell down, you'd be dead. Let's go in it. My first time in the cave, you guys. This is pretty cool. You can climb up out through there. Right there. Let's come through here. Wow. This is hard to do with sandals on.
Taking you for so fucking long, right?
Damn. Oh, here we go, the top. This is where you would turn around right here to go back. remember the flume was over here, kind of further over this way. All right, we're gonna head back. Again, that's where you would turn around to go back down. It's pretty crazy though. I've never set foot up here. People would jump off right about there. That's pretty high. Well, maybe like 7, 8 feet. We're gonna head back down. Cheers. But that's about it. I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Also, when I remember the entrance about a quarter mile through the woods on the main road, it said Rocky Point was a giant statue arc thing, and it said Rocky Point Park. Cool bold letters. And I remember as a kid pulling down, and once I saw that sign pulling in, I knew I was in for it for the day. It was the best feeling in the world. Pull down that road. And that's not there anymore either, just the cement form pillars that it sat on. But anyways, I want to say, closing out this video, you guys, thank you for watching. I thought I'd do something a little different. Instead of the horror movie, same old, I'd bring you guys down memory lane. I haven't been here in forever, like years, 30 plus, maybe more than that. I know I'm an old soul. And I figured, while we're here, taking the day to kind of walk around, explore, why not do a little vlogging and document this for you guys that have never been here, or maybe some of my friends that live out west that have came here with me. I know a few of you. You guys are gonna be like, holy crap. But again, Rocky Point Park, you guys, I'll put up a teaser, I'll put up the commercial for I'll put up the commercial that they used to run on TV for the park during the summertime hours. I'll put that up if you haven't already seen it. I'll put it up again, or maybe I won't. I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a big thumbs up. It helps YouTube share this video with others out there. And again, thank you guys, and like always, stay out of the woods.
something you gotta go